My name is Raphaël. I come from France. I live in Berlin and I'm a music producer and a food producer. I decided to become a farmer for two reasons. First reason is that I wanted to contribute in a positive way, I would say, to the environmental situation we are in at the moment. Like many people of my generation, I feel somewhat anxious about the topic of ecology, and I don't know when exactly it started, but a few years ago I started to be really interested in these issues. I started to read a lot about ecology, energy, the links between energy and the economy, about climate. I sort of figured out that I wanted to spend the rest of my life doing something about it. Why agriculture specifically? It's a good question because like a few years ago I would have never imagined myself doing this kind of job. The transition towards a more sustainable world, I would say. And so I started just watching some YouTube tutorials about gardening, permaculture, and I just thought that maybe it was something I could try. Last year I quit my job. I started volunteering in some farms. I did woofing and I really liked it, and now I'm doing it at a more professional level. So I'm working here at Wilmersgarten. We're a small farm next to Berlin. Before that, I was working in marketing, and that kind of office job was not really aligned with what I like to do in life. And what I like to do in life is being outside, doing some exercise, being in contact with nature. I have all of that here. I'm also learning a lot, which is another reason why I love this job. Producing food and producing music, obviously, it's a nice analogy. It's two things that have some similarities in the process of doing them. And obviously, producing something for people, I think the process of doing it is, to some aspects, a bit similar. It's kind of repetitive work, but you're still in control of what you're doing. You're not like following the rhythm of a machine or anything. And like doing seeding or planting plants into the fields. Like it's a lot of repetitive tasks, and once you get in the flow, you sometimes get in the sort of state of trance that you sometimes might have when you're producing music or even dancing at the club. I actually love the idea of spending 8 hours per day doing something that actually brings people together, food. And it's not completely disconnected to music, especially dance music. And something that I like about dance music, like not only house or techno, but dance music is that it's something universal. And I think like the two, like food and music, are somehow connected in that way. The electronic music I like is a lot about sampling, especially in dance music, there's a lot of tracks with like subtle references to other tracks. I'm producing the tracks that I would like to hear on the dance floor, and I like the idea of combining this more like soulful side of what I like with more like futuristic and dreamy sounds that I find in electro music or even techno. Music is really something that brings some beauty and some magic in my life. Music is very often, for me, a way to connect to other people. I can really remember meeting some people that have become friends through music. I'm also kind of a routine person, and I like this routine that I have, like going to the field, working in the field, and then go back to my house, sit in my studio and make music. I think I find a good balance. What brings me hope with regards to the climate crisis is that everybody can do something. For me, the good question is not like whether you're going to change the world, or like you can really go crazy if you take that too seriously. But for me, the good question is, what is this little thing on which I actually do have power? And that's for me the important question that we need to ask ourselves. The fact that I'm doing that job and that we live in a time where it's very easy to share that to other people. Plus I have a little bit of visibility as an artist, so sharing that to people and showing that it's possible to actually do some stuff, yeah, it's really something that moves me and that brings some hope, yeah, in my life.